That are interested to rebuild these ZE1 charge port locks yourself. Basic tools you're going to need: hot air gun for heating up the glue that's around here, screwdriver to help prise the top off, pair of pliers to get out the cogs, and some replacement cogs. I'm using these stainless steel ones because they should last forever. So here we go. First thing we need to do is just make sure the wiring and stuff is out of the way, and then with the hot air gun I've got to warm up the seal that's around here. Not too hot, otherwise we're going to melt the components inside, and not too cool, otherwise it might snap. It's something you just have to judge. You can do it in stages. I've done a few of these, so it's relatively easy for me. So just playing the hot air gun around the outside edge of the cover to warm up the kind of mastic glue that holds it on. In this hot weather, that should be enough. So there's some tabs on the side here that you need to make sure get lifted up. And then in here, there's the perfect place to put a screwdriver. Top just comes off. It's nice and straightforward. This one's got some plastic ones inside that have failed. Happens with the plastic ones eventually. So we'll take that one out. There's a tooth missing off there. This front one, which is the one that operates the pole that comes down, that pole is on a mechanism that's attached to this, so you have to take the whole lot out in one go. You can see there that the pole comes out with the wheel. So I'm going to take that off and then rebuild in the reverse sequence. So this is going to go onto here, just making sure everything turns quite smoothly. So this spike has to go back into the hole that's down inside here, and the sides of this have to go into the guide slots here too. It's a little bit fiddly, but even with clumpy hands like mine, it can be done. So there we go, that's in position. You can see how the cam on the end here operates the micro switch, which allows the charging to start, or not, of course, when the system fails. This other one just drops in here. Need to make sure it's seated in nicely. What I usually do is put a dab of grease on those two, but this one's been greased before, so there's plenty of grease flying around. There's also plenty in the lid, and that's basically it. So top goes back on, the glue will reset, make sure the tabs are pulled down, and then the wiring needs to be just pulled back into the wiring guide here. So that basically is that, but we can use the hand wheel just to check that everything's working. So you turn it one way, you can see how the securing lug is going down. Turn it the other way, it's coming back up. So that's why the arrow is on this to turn this way, so anti-clockwise as you're looking at it from the end, because if you get a failure of the system, you can do that to withdraw this to be able to get the charge plug out of the socket on the car. The difficulty is that when it goes to this end, if the arm inside is broken and isn't pressing the micro switch, then charging isn't going to be allowed to start. So not only do you get the horrendous grinding noises, you also can't charge with it. But that's it, nice and easy to do. Fitting it into the car is not quite so easy because you have to take the front plastic work off, but I've covered that, or will cover that, depending on when you see this, in another video.